Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to today's edition of Being Heartful Every Day, a joyful adventure. This program is being conducted in commemoration with Revered Babuji Maharaj's 125th birth anniversary. This program will go on for the whole year till April 2025. We are on a good milestone today. We are in week 43, day 300. So this program, we have been able to successfully participate and benefit from this for about 300 days now. It's a very nice initiative for all of us. Hope all of us will benefit more and more from these programs. My name is Prasanna Krishna. A very warm welcome to today's edition. The quality for the week which we are discussing is dependency. So before we start the program, a very humble request to everybody that we should try to circulate the master classes by Ravi Daji to all our friends and family members who are not yet started Heartfulness or yet to start Heartfulness. And let's forward them the master classes by Daji so that they can look at it and start these master classes and start Heartfulness in a very earnest way. Also, this program being Heartful Every Day, we are in the 300 days. We have completed 300 days, and I think it's been an extremely well-received program. So if you know of any of our practitioners of Heartfulness or you have not yet started it, so please forward the link of this program to them so that they can participate in this. Okay, we move on to the inspirational reading for today. I'll just step back a bit from what we did yesterday so that we can really look at what we read yesterday and revise it, because I think the crux of this article is in the last section of this article. So let's start reading from Reflections on the Principle of Truthfulness. We read, I think, one or two paragraphs before. After this, let's step back a bit and start from here. Reflections on the Principle of Truthfulness. Let's now explore how we can apply this principle in everything that we do. We may not yet have reached that stage of ultimate truth, but are we at least authentic? At the deepest level, truthfulness is a commitment to that which is real and unchanging. In daily life, it translates to integrity and alignment between thoughts, words, and deed. Other way to describe that state are authenticity, sincerity, and genuineness. Let's for a moment think about the opposite of true, which is false. When something is not presented as it is, we say it is false. And if we examine our lives, we will see the presence of falseness all around us and within us too. When we pretend to be what we are not, it falls into this false category. As discussed earlier, we know that it's generally not intentional, that most of our personas are unconscious. We are not aware of them. That is why the practice of self-study known as Swadhyaya is so important in yoga. So we become conscious of our patterns and make changes. And even more important to the awakening of the truth is the heartfulness cleaning, a practice developed by Babuji to remove the root cause of our subconscious pattern and tendencies, our samskaras. What happens when we identify our ego, our sense of self with anything other than the reality or truth? The ego then becomes a false identity. It is no longer original, but a self-modified version of the original. It has been programmed and conditioned by our experiences from childhood and is shaped by our interactions with our immediate environment. It's a coping mechanism, a series of masks we wear, personas, identities that we assume to get through day-to-day existence that become hardwired into our neural circuitry. Yet we think it is who we are. At an unconscious level, we believe that ego is who we are because it defines our identity. And it has been colored by all various layers of human experience from the past. When we look outside, the truth is colored by these masks. Generally, it's easier to observe this in others than in ourselves. Then, to make it worse, there are companies that try to convince us to buy their stuff. There are politicians who pretend to be representing us, and media that serves as a steady stream of fake news, and social media pull-ups in multiple directions. In the midst of all this, how do we live truthfully? By aligning our thoughts, words, and action to the highest truth that we can perceive in our heart. The quality of discernment of the heart helps us to separate truth from falsehood, especially when we meditate and cultivate the discernment. The highlighted portion. In our life also, all these troubles are at a physical level, mental level, ego level, and the subtle body level. What happens when we go to the center of ourselves by going to the innermost depth of the heart? I've learned something from tornadoes and hurricanes. The safest place in a tornado is the center, the eye of the storm. At the periphery, there is havoc. But at the center, it's extremely still. In our life also, these troubles are at a physical level, mental level, ego level, and subtle body level. What happens when we go to the center of ourselves by going to the innermost depth of our heart? I wish that we all may learn to do that. It's possible with a little practice, a little interest will take us there. When this is where our heartfulness practices help. We travel inward in our journey. We experience and become one with successive levels of consciousness at each stage. This results in ever-increasing levels of awareness and discernment, helping us to perceive reality from higher perspectives at each stage. In other words, we evolve to higher and higher stages. Our thoughts, words, and deeds resonate more and more authentically with a center through the heart. When we are truthful, we are light, authentic, and genuine. Our confidence increases. We become morally stronger. We perceive reality with the eyes of truth. We realize that the pleasures and pain are two sides of the same coin. One can exist without the other. We cannot choose one and avoid the other. When we accept this with complete understanding, we are filled with gratitude. We accept everything as a gift from the universe. I'll just complete this. Maybe we could do some introspection after the program and just complete this article. The twin principles of simplicity, which is principle 4, and truthfulness, which is principle 5, are intertwined like two strands of a rope, and together they lead us to the highest state of being, where simplicity enables the shattering of an individual network. Truthfulness enables us to see through our illusions and perceive reality as it is. Both lead to the final state of purity that we arrive at before the final destination. Some months back, when I was remembering Babuji, the following words bubbled up to describe him: simple in every sense, pure in every sense, selfless in every gesture, caring in every act, ever smiling and blissful, yet my beloved, my all in all, my everything, suffered all the time. Such a wonderful paradox of blessings and sufferings. When we live in the heart, we are always connecting to reality with day-to-day life, and the result is an integrated state of being, rich and whole. This will continue to explore in the next 3 principles, which is also about human behavior. We don't have much time for introspection today because I wanted to finish this article, but I think this is something we should go back after the program and read it. This is Daji describing what Babuji is. So it's going to be 9 o'clock, so let's start our universal prayer. Let all of us sit comfortably, gently close our eyes, get into a deep state of prayer, and offer our prayers, praying that all brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. As we have been discussing, there are two, three things which are very important. One is, whom do we offer this prayer to? I think we should also think about it. Second thing is, the deep state of a feeling of prayer, which should be there in our hearts, which is filled with love, devotion, and faith. When we offer our prayer with this deep sense of prayerfulness, with a heart full of love, devotion, and faith, our prayer will become effective. And we pray that all brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. हम आराम से बैठेंगे, धीरे से अपना आंखें बंद करेंगे और एक गहरी प्रार्थना भाव में डूब के ये प्रार्थना करेंगे कि सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। इनमें दो तीन, जब हम ये प्रार्थना करते हैं, दो तीन चीज बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। पहली चीज ये है कि हम ये सोचना चाहिए हम किसको ये प्रेयर कर रहे हैं, किसको ऑफर कर रहे हैं। अपना जो प्रार्थना है ना, वो किससे प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं। हम प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं अपने भाई बहन के लिए, पर किसको प्रार्थना कर रहे हैं, इसके बारे में हम सोचना चाहिए। और दूसरी चीज ये है कि अपना मन में जब तक वो गहरी प्रार्थना का भाव नहीं है, तब तक इतना असर नहीं पड़ेगा ये प्रार्थना का। तो हम अपने अंदर बहुत बहुत गहराई से जाके ये भाव को पैदा करना चाहिए। और तीसरी बात यह है, जब तक हमारा हृदय में ये प्रेम, भक्ति और श्रद्धा नहीं है, अपना प्रार्थना इतना असर नहीं पड़ेगा। तो अगर हम सच्ची तरफ से ये प्रार्थना करना चाहते हैं, तो हम ये गहरी प्रार्थना भाव में डूब के अपना दिल में ये प्रेम, भक्ति और श्रद्धा भर के ये प्रार्थना करेंगे कि सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है। लेट्स स्टार्ट। While trying to retain the prayerful condition we have gotten into, we can gently open our eyes. So we come to end of today's program, and we also finished the last session on the quality for the week, quality of the week, which we wanted to improve, which was dependency. So we have completed the topic. Let's all take stock of what we achieved really during this week, tonight and tomorrow during the Sunday satsang, to see, did I really make best use of this program, and did my dependency on the master, the practice, improve? If not, what can I do differently? Let's all introspect for our own sake. Write it down in your diaries and see how effective this has been, and also see how we, let's all try to see how we can improve on further. So that at least next week onwards, we can do better and better and become better abhyasis of the master. So with a gentle reminder that let's all do the bedtime prayer. Let's meet tomorrow in the evening at 8:50 p.m. Morning, there's no sessions. All of us will be in Sunday satsang. So thank you. Good night. Namaste.